Today's lesson is called Plus Talk. Love is in the air. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
My name is Roger, and you know, it's February now. It's in winter, so I don't know if people are falling in love right now. Usually love is in the air in the springtime, or love is all around in the springtime, maybe in the summer too, but I can't really imagine it being around in the winter time, unless people are trying to keep each other warm inside because it's cold outside. But in any case here, sometimes this happens in life, okay? You meet someone and you're kind of sweet on them and you want to get closer to that person to get to know them a little better. And this can happen to both boys and girls, and that's what's happening in our lesson today.
It's February. Valentine's Day is a big part of February, so you know what? Love, it's definitely in the air. Now, does love always work? Is heartbreak sometimes a part of the equation? Yes, but let's not talk about that right now. Let's just go ahead and talk about some good old love. That love that is in the air in February. Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a short break. But don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Love is in the air. 1. Seeking advice from a friend. Lauren has feelings for Henry, but is too nervous to tell him. She asks her friend Jessica for advice.
Can I confess something to you? I need some advice. Of course, you can tell me anything. It's about Henry. You know him. He's in our class. Yeah, I know Henry. What, do you have a thing for him? How did you know? I've been into him for months, but I'm too timid to tell him. It's driving me crazy. Well, if you want to ask him out, just find an excuse to talk to him. We have a group assignment coming up. Why don't you ask him to join your group? That's a great idea.
大家好，第一部分我们看到动词 confess 指坦白、承认、难以启齿的事，像是 Rick confessed that he had lied to me, but I forgave him. Rick 坦诚他对我说谎，但我原谅了他。或是 Drew was ashamed to confess that he didn't know how to ride a bicycle. Drew 羞于承认他不知道怎么骑脚踏车。接着我们看到单字 timid 这个字是形容词，指羞怯的、胆小的。例如 The timid little boy sat alone, watching his classmates play on the playground. 害羞的小男孩独自坐在一旁，看着他的同学在游乐场上玩耍。或是 Monica is too timid to say what's on her mind. Monica 太胆小而不敢说出她的想法。再来，我们看到片语 something be coming up 表示某事情即将到来。例如I have a big interview which is coming up next week. 我下周有一个重要的面试。或是 Don't forget that Leslie's birthday is coming up. 别忘了 Leslie 的生日就快要到了。另外，以下补充两个同义片语。第一 around the corner 表示即将来临，像是 With winter around the corner, the people who live in the far north have to collect and store food. 过去在冬天快到时，住在遥远北方的人们就得储存粮食。第二 be on the horizon, H-O-R-I-Z-O-N, be on the horizon 表示某事即将发生。我们可以说 Exciting times are on the horizon for Brett as he has just secured a great new job. Brett 即将迎接令人兴奋的时刻，因为他刚获得一份很棒的新工作。
Okay, so love is in the air, I guess, because it is the month of February and because we do have Valentine's Day in February. So, yes, I stand corrected here. Love is definitely in the air. You don't have to wait for summertime. But in the first part of our lesson for today, we are seeking advice from a friend. Well, I'm not, and Jeff isn't, but Lauren is. She's looking for some suggestions from her friend because says she has feelings for someone. So here it says Lauren has feelings for Henry, but is too nervous to tell him. So she knows Henry. She has met him. Maybe she's talked to him a couple of times, and she has discovered that she has a special place in her heart for him. She has feelings for him. Maybe she's not quite in love with him yet, but still she wants to get to know him better, and maybe they can become lovers in the future.
Anyways, yes, Lauren has feelings for Henry, but is too nervous to tell him, so she asks her friend Jessica for advice. Apparently, she trusts Jessica, thinks has a good insight on certain things, so she asks her friends for some tips on love. Anyways, Lauren says, "Can I confess something to you? I need some advice." By the way, here, when you confess something, you kind of let go, or you express, I should say, a secret, usually a deep secret that you haven't told anyone else. Now, you can also be a criminal who has committed a crime, and the cops can say, "Hey, confess, you got to tell us the truth or you're going to go to the slammer forever." Well, that's not exactly the case here, okay? There's not going to be a police interrogation or anything like that. But Lauren is going to tell Jessica a secret, something that she might not have told anyone else. "Can I confess something to you? I need some advice." And Jessica says, "Of course, you can tell me anything."
Yep, Jessica is all ears here. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. And Lauren says, it's about Henry. You know him. He's in our class. So I guess this conversation is between classmates here. And, you know, boys and girls meet each other in school. And it's inevitable. It can happen that a boy will like a girl and a girl will like a boy, but maybe they're too shy to actually talk to each other.
And Jessica says, "Yeah, I know Henry." So what? Do you have a feeling or do you have a thing for him or something like that? And Lauren says, "How did you know?" I've been into him for months, i.e., I've had a crush on this person. I've had feelings for this person. But I'm too timid to tell him. It's driving me crazy. So there you go. I've got a crush on this person. I'm sweet on this person. It's been going on for a long time. And I need to do something about it. It has been months. And if I don't do something soon, maybe somebody else will step in and steal Henry away from me. Anyways, she says she's too timid to tell him. She's too timid to express her true feelings. By the way, if you are timid, that means you are scared, okay? You're afraid of doing something.
You could also say bashful. These words are similar to the word shy, although to me, shy kind of describes your personality. But in some situations, you might be timid, especially when you want to tell someone that you have feelings for them. So, yeah, she's too timid to talk to him. And she goes on to say, it's driving me crazy, which is a phrase we say when something difficult for you to deal with. Oh, you're driving me nuts. You're driving me crazy. I can't take it anymore.
Anyways, Jessica says, well, if you want to ask him out, just find an excuse to talk to him. That's a good idea. We have a group assignment coming up. Why don't you ask him to join your group? So there you go. There's a group assignment, a group project coming together. Hey, go ahead. Ask Henry, I should say, to be a part of your group there. And then you'll have a chance to talk to him some more and maybe even ask him out.
And Lauren likes that idea. She says, that's a great idea. I think love is definitely in the air. Let's now move on to the second part of our conversation, finding common ground.
2. Finding common ground. Henry agrees to join Lauren's group, and they meet in a coffee shop to work on the project.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Not a problem. Should we get something to eat before we get to work?
Sure. I recommend the cannoli. They're really good.
Really? I love cannoli. I ate them every day when I was in Rome.
Wait, you've been to Rome? When were you there?
I went with my family for our annual vacation 2 years ago.
I'd love to go to Europe. I've been studying French so I can visit Paris.
I've been learning Italian ever since I got back. I never knew we had so much in common.
第二部分，我们看到片语 common ground 表示共同看法、相同的立场。举例来说 Diplomats are usually skilled in finding common ground with representatives from other countries. 外交官通常善于找到与其他国家代表的共通点。或是 When it comes to politics, many people find it difficult to find common ground on controversial issues. 提到政治，很多人都觉得在有争议性的主题上获得共识是很难的事。最后，我们看到单字 Rome， 意思是罗马。举例来说 Since we are in Rome, let's have a cup of espresso. 既然来到了罗马，我们去喝杯浓缩咖啡吧。另外，补充一个相关谚语 When in Rome, do as the Romans do, 表示入境随俗。我们可以说 Jeff always uses chopsticks in China and Japan. As he likes to say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Jeff 在中国和日本都是用筷子，正如他总爱说，入境随俗。
Okay, the second part of our lesson is called Finding Common Ground. Now, this is important, okay? If two people are going to make for a good couple, a good girlfriend-boyfriend combination, you know what I'm talking about, they've got to have things in common, okay? You got to have stuff to talk about, stuff that you can do together that you both enjoy and are interested in. And if that's the case, you need to find common ground. So let's say here that Lauren likes reading books and that Henry likes reading books. That would be something that they share, something that they have in common. That would be something that they could talk about and, hey, find some common grounds about.
Yep, something in common, something that they're both interested in. And Henry agrees to join Lauren's group, and they meet in a coffee shop to work on the project. So maybe they're university students, and somewhere near the campus is a coffee shop, and they all agree to go there to work on their group assignment or their class project here. Lauren begins the conversation with Henry. She says, "Thanks for meeting me here." That's a polite thing to say. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for meeting me here. And now they can get to know each other. Of course, they can work on the project together, but then maybe they can share some personal information like the things they like to do, the kinds of things they don't like to do. They can get to know each other a little better.
There you go. Lauren says, "Thanks for meeting me here," and Henry says, "Not a problem. Should we get something to eat before we work?" That's what he says next. And Lauren says, "Sure. I recommend the cannoli. They're really good." And Henry says, "Really? I love cannoli. I ate them every day when I was in Rome." So there you go. He lived in Rome, the capital of Italy there. How about that? And it sounds like they are finding some common ground here. They both love cannoli, and you know what? They're both into Rome as well. Henry's been to Rome, and Lauren says, wait a minute. You've been to Rome? When were you there?
Yeah, it looks like they have something in common here. So she's kind of curious about his trip to Rome in Italy there. Henry says, "I went with my family for our annual vacation 2 years ago." So I guess they go on a vacation together. At least Henry's family go somewhere every year for a vacation. They probably didn't go this year because of the virus, but in the past there 2 years ago, they went to Italy for their annual vacation. Here, annual just means happening every year. Your company may have an annual meeting or something, or an annual training session, or an annual convention or something like that. My father used to go to annual conventions in Kansas City. I think they were the oil convention.
How cool. Every year they held an oil convention. That's amazing. Now, is it as good as taking an annual family vacation? No, not even close, especially if your family is going to places like Rome and stuff like that. Anyways, Henry has been to Rome, and Lauren next says, you know what? I'd love to go to Europe. I've been studying French so I can visit Paris. So there you go. Henry's a Rome guy. Lauren is a Paris girl, but that's not a problem. Henry says, I've been learning Italian ever since I got back, and you know what? I never knew we had so much in common. So there you go. They have found common ground. This relationship is starting off on the right foot. Yay. All right, everyone, with that, it's time for us to say bye-bye for now. But don't worry, don't fret. The Chinese teacher is waiting in the wings.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。今天的对话标题是 Love is in the air。 好，其中的 in the air 字面意思是在空中。当我们说 something is in the air， 就是用来表达可以感觉到某事物的存在，某事即将来临，即将发生的意思。所以 love is in the air 字面看起来像爱弥漫在空气中，那就表示萌生爱意，到处都是浪漫爱情的氛围。好，那像接下来3月，我们可能可以慢慢感受到春天的气息了。那这时候你就可以说 Spring is in the air， 春天在空气中，那就表示春天即将到来，可以感受到春天的气息了。好，我们顺便补充几个跟 air 相关的片语。第一个补充的是 up in the air， 字面意思是漂浮在空中，还没有落定。那其实就是用来比喻说某件事情它还没有确定的答案或是解决方法，也就是悬而未决，尚未确定的意思。例如Their vacation plans are still up in the air， 他们的度假计划还没有确定。第二个补充的片语是 clear the air， 字面意思是洗净空气，清净空气。那它是用来表达探讨某个问题或是棘手的情况来使它好转。那这个片语就有消除疑虑，消弭误会的意思。例如They have finally cleared the air over the misunderstanding. 他们总算消除了彼此之间的误会了。第三个补充的片语是 out of thin air， 意思就跟 out of nowhere 差不多。这是用来表达说某人或某事物它凭空出现，无中生有，有那种突然出乎意料的语义。举例来说 The magician made a dove appear out of thin air. 魔术师让一只鸽子突然凭空出现了。好，在课文第二部分的对话里，Lauren 说他很想去欧洲，他一直在学法文，这样就可以去巴黎。那么 Henry 则是在2年前去过罗马，他回来之后就一直在学意大利文。接着 Henry 就说 I never knew we had so much in common。 好，其中这个 in common 就表示共同。那我们常用 have something in common 来表达有共通之处， have nothing in common 来表达没有共通之处，或是 have a lot in common， have much in common 来表达有许多共通之处。好，举例来说 Her sister and I have something in common。We both love baking. 我跟她姐姐有共通之处，我们2个都很爱烘焙。好，那么以上就是今天的重点整理，我们来回顾今天的单字吧。
Confess. Doris confessed that she had gotten lost and would have to check the map. Timid. Hayden is unusually timid around his girlfriend's parents. Assignment.Steph failed her social studies class because she didn't hand in the final assignment. Annual. The company produces an annual report of its earnings for each month.
Well, everyone, today's article has come to an end, and I sure hope you guys enjoyed reading and learning along with us. I am Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.